This is my disc destroyer. It's a mean little machine with one job, testing grinding discs. With so many grinding discs and countless reviews, it's hard to separate fact from fiction. This is where the disc destroyer comes in. It cuts through the noise, delivering real results. No bias, no sponsorships, just cold hard tests. Grinding discs can face a lot of real-world challenges, like high and low pressures, hot and cold materials, and of course, fast and slow speeds. This machine tests it all, so that we can finally find the truth in the reviews. Today I am testing the Norton Red Heat Type 27 flap disc, coming in at $11.48. This disc has mixed reviews, especially on how long it lasted. Some good reviews said it worked for them like a dream and didn't wear out. Another said that it saved them loads of time and that means money. Some negative reviews were that it will not last a few minutes with light use, and another said that it will burn out fast if you aren't careful. If it tears through wood fast, how's it gonna react with metal? This needs some more investigation. So, let's test them to find out. Each disc will be grinding this test bar to see how much it can remove within 20 minutes time. This will chart out its story and tell us exactly how this disc behaves, based on how much material it removes at any given point. But if the disc stops effectively grinding the bar, or just straight up disintegrates, the test is over. Let's begin. I started by simulating light pressure grinding by using a 4-pound weight on my rig, and this approximately matches the weight of a grinder. When the test started, it removed material at a slow rate, and it only ground off 2.5 inches of my test material until the spark stopped and amps dropped, which told me that this disc wasn't grinding effectively anymore. And this happened in just under 6 minutes. So far, these results are matching what the negative review said. So let's test the abrasive by heating up the test material and simulate grinding a hot weld. And when I did this disc performed slightly better, grinding off 3 inches of the coupon, but it still only lasted about 6 minutes again. So what's happening here? Looking at the disc, I can see that it glazed. The glaze can come from having not enough pressure on the disc, or the grinder's RPMs are too fast. So let's start by changing a variable, the RPM. So I slowed down my grinder from 11,000 revolutions per minute to 6,000 and kept the 4-pound weight on. So I ran these tests, both with cold material and with the preheated material, and they performed a little better than the faster grinder speeds, which we can see in the graph. So what is happening? Seeing them still glazing, this tells me that RPMs isn't the issue. So instead, let's increase the pressure. After turning my grinder back up to 11,000 revolutions per minute, I switched out the 4-pound weight for an 8-pound weight. Let's see if this changes the outcome. And when I started the cold test, I noticed it started off strong, cutting away material at a quick rate. But just before 8 minutes, this disc was not cutting away any more material. It had taken off 7 inches before it glazed again. But this time it was much more glazed than using 4 pounds of pressure. I mean, look at these two. This looks like it really did not last a few minutes. Will the disc have the same results if we grind on hot metal? So I added the heat, and this disc started grinding and grinding and grinding, but only lasted 7 minutes. I had to stop this test because I began to see smoke. The Norton only ended up removing just under 10 inches of material. The outer edge of the flap disintegrated, and the test coupon was making contact with the plastic backing. Hot metal gave the Norton a jump start, but it had compromised the integrity of the flap disc, leading to a total failure at just 7 minutes. Turns out metal is just as strong as wood with this disc, and will burn out fast if you're not careful. So these reviews clearly are not about grinding metal. Just take this guy's advice and still be careful, even if you're only sanding wood. If you'd like to see the data I've collected for this disc, as well as the other discs in these tests, I've posted them at the Fireball forum, linked in the description. I'm gonna keep posting more and more of these test videos, so stay tuned to find the truth in the reviews. And if you're wondering why I built the rig the way I did, how it works, and what it's all about, I have a video that goes into great detail that you should check out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.